Good morning, kiddos. Hope you all are having a great day. So today we are going to move on to our next learning target. So we're almost done with this unit. We have this learning target and then one more. Just as a heads up as to what might be coming up in the future. So today our learning target is I will learn how to write quadratic models. So what we're doing today is essentially you're going to be given 3 coordinate points and you're going to have to figure out what quadratic equation did that come from. So if I have 3 coordinate points and I sketched out for my parabola, I want to know what is the equation of that parabola. So we can go ahead and title our notes Quadratic Models. Okay, so but if I forget to mention, I'm going to go ahead and mention it now. Your assignment for this, when I'm making this video, it is not in Delta Math. So stay tuned for further instructions as to what we're doing to practice on this learning target today. So, each point, so for steps. So this will make much more sense when we actually do one, but I do like to put the steps up at the top so you all have them for reference. So we want to write 3 equations in standard form. For each point given. And then we're solving, or we're plugging in x and y. And then step 2 is we want to use substitution most of the time, or elimination, but I'm just going to put use substitution, and we'll put elimination in parentheses in case we ever need it to solve for A, B, and C. So if we recall standard form, I always forget you all can't see me when I lean up. Standard form is y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. All right, so let's say we want to write an equation from the following points. And we're given 0, -4, 1, 3, and -2, -12. So what we're going to do is we're going to plug in what we know. So we'll just start with our first coordinate point. Doesn't really matter which one you start with, but it's easier to start with the first one. And we're going to plug what we know into this equation. So we know our y and we know our x. So we're going to have -4 equals, a times 0 squared plus b times 0 plus c. And then we're going to simplify and see what we can solve for. So negative b is going to equal, well, that's going to be 0 plus c. So that tells me -4 equals c. So that's good. We already got one variable by itself. So now we're going to move on to the same thing with our second coordinate point. So we're going to have 3 equals a times 1 squared plus b times 1, and then a plus c we already know is -4. So it would be -4. So we're going to have 3 equals a plus b minus 4. So this time we have 2 variables. So we're not going to be able to solve for much just yet, but we're going to want to get at least one variable by itself. So we'll move our 4 over. 7 equals a plus b, and then we can go ahead and solve for a. So 7 minus b equals a. So if you get an equation like this, that means you're going to have to use the information you get in your next equation in order to solve for this one. So we're going to star this because it's important. We're going to have to come back to it. And then we'll move on to our last one. We're going to have -12 equals a times -2 squared plus b times -2 minus 4. Remember, the -4 comes from our c. So negative 12 equals 4a minus 2b minus 4. So then we're able to move our 4 over, so we'll add 4. We're going to have negative 8 equals 4a minus 2b. And then we're going to have to kind of see what can we do next. So what we can do next is we can divide everything in here by 2, or we can think about it as factoring out of 2. I don't know if that sounds familiar or not. We're really focusing on factoring a lot in our next learning target. But we can divide everything by 2, or you can think about it as negative 8 times 2 times 2a minus b. So this is greatest common factor. That might look familiar to you all. And then we can divide by 2. So we'll have negative 4 equals, those cancel, 2a minus b. So then I know that a is equal to 7 minus b. So I can substitute this into here to solve. So negative 4 equals 2 times 7 minus b minus b. Negative 4 is going to equal 14 minus 2b minus b. Remember, I have to distribute this inside. And then I'm going to have negative 4 equals 14 minus 3b. Negative 2 minus 1 is negative 3. Move over my 14. That would give me negative 18 equals negative 3b. I would divide by negative 3, and I want to get b equals a positive 6. And now that I know that b equals 6, I'm able to plug it in over here. So 7 minus 6 equals a. So a is going to equal 1. So now that I have an a, b, and a c, I can plug all that together, and I'm going to get y equals 1x squared plus 6x minus 4. So you don't really need this one here if you don't want it, but this would be your final answer. Okay, so I know that was a, let me scroll up here in case you all couldn't see the bottom there. I know that was a very lengthy process, but it's not a new process. It's something that you all are familiar with. We've done substitution before. We've solved for things. We've plugged things in. It's just we've never done it with so many steps. So that's what might make it a little more taxing or tedious. But we got this. So let's do another example. Okay. Let's flip over my notes here. Okay. So let's say we want to do another one where we're at 0, 0, 1, negative 2, negative 1, negative 4. It's real convenient when you have one with zeros in there, because that means a lot of things are going to cancel out. So we're going to have y equals a times, we're going to have 0 equals a times 0 squared plus b times 0 plus c. All that's going to cancel out, and we're going to be left with c equals 0. So that one was easy enough. Move on to our next one. We're going to have negative 2 equals a times 1 squared plus b times 1, and then plus 0, because my c is 0. So negative 2 equals a plus b plus 0. So then I'll solve for a. So negative 2 minus b is going to equal a. So star that, as that's going to be important later. We move on to our next one, and we're going to have negative 4 equals a times negative 1 squared plus b times negative 1, and then plus 0. Negative 4 equals a minus b. Okay, so I can't really go any further here, but I do know that a equals negative 2 minus b, so I can substitute that in. It's going to be negative 4 equals negative 2 minus b minus b. So I just use parentheses to keep myself straight, but for this one, there's no distributing or anything. So we can rewrite that as -4 minus, -4 equals -2 minus b minus b. So -4 equals -2 minus 2b. We can move over our 2. That's going to give me -2 equals -2b. So divide by -2, and b is going to equal 1. Now that I know b equals 1, I can plug it in up here. -2 minus 1 equals a. So -2 minus 1 is going to give me a -3. Why are my notes don't say that? Let's see. 2. Yeah, I just did that wrong. So it's going to be a equals -3. So now that I have that, I can put together my whole equation. Y equals -3 x squared plus x or plus 1x. And then we can put the plus 0 if we want, or we don't have to. We could leave that off. All right. So we'll do one more example. And then I'll give you one for you to try. This is a very lengthy process. This is not something you're going to want to speed through. So please make sure you're taking your time, asking questions if you have them, taking good notes, all that jazz. So I'll start with our first one, y equals 8. See, Miss Morgan's getting ahead of herself. 8 equals a times 0 squared plus b times 0 plus c. All my zeros, so I'm going to have 8 equals c. So that's an easy one. Then we're going to have 6 equals a times 1 squared plus b times 1 plus 8. Remember, because my c is 8. So 6 equals a plus b plus 8. I'm going to have to minus my 8 on both sides. -2 equals a plus b. So we'll solve for one of them. -2 minus b equals a. So we'll star that. We'll have to come back to it. Then lastly, 24 equals a times -2 squared plus b times -2 plus 8. So 24 equals 4a minus 2b plus 8. We'll subtract over our 8. So that will give me 16 equals 4a minus 2b. I can divide everything in here by 2 to simplify it out. So 8 equals 2a minus b. So I can't really go any further, but I do know what a equals. So I'm going to have 8 equals 2 times -2 minus b minus b. So I'm running out of room here, but I'll do my best. So we're going to have to distribute, and that will give me 8 equals -4 minus 2b minus b. So 8 equals -4 minus 3b. Add my 4 over. So b is going to equal -4. So b equals -4. I'm going to plug that in up here. -2 minus -4 is going to give me a positive 2. So a equals 2. Sorry, I'm running out of room and this is very messy. So my final answer for this one, which I will write up here at the top, is going to be y equals 2x squared minus 4x plus 8. Okay, out of breath. Trying to make this video as short as possible so I know I don't bore you all to tears, but it is a lot of steps. So lastly, I want you to take a second to try this one on your own. So try -1, -13, 0, -7, and 3, -1. So it's important to note that you won't always be able to get C first, like we did in the other ones. Whenever we did our first one, we came up with 0 first, but like for this one, you're not going to get C first, I don't think, for your first one. So take a second to try that, and I'll give you a moment, and then I'll write the answer down, and then we will debrief. Okay, for this one in my notes, I should have, you got y equals, that probably wasn't enough time, so if you want to pause this, you can. Negative x squared plus 5x minus 7. So hopefully, let Miss Morgan just do this really, really quickly. We're going to have, yep, that's good. And then we're going to have, Miss Morgan might have an error in her answer key. Let's see. Did Miss Morgan mess up somewhere? Negative 1, 9 squared, 3b minus 7 plus 7, 6. Divide by 3, 2, 9b. B equals this. And A equals this. So that's going to give me, oh, it's because this is going to be a negative 6. Okay, Miss Morgan, here we go. See what happens when you try and do things quick, kids? This would be a positive 18, so this would be 20. That's still wrong. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. 20 is going to equal 4b, so b is going to equal 5. Move your 3 over, b is 5. So then it's going to be negative 6 plus 5 equals negative 1. So a equals negative 1. Okay, perfect. So I have a, b, and I have my c. So then I'm going to get negative x squared plus 5x minus 7. Good. Okay. Now we can, I encourage you to have tried this on your own, but here's an answer key if you did not get it correct. So I know this is a very lengthy learning target, and my apologies, but it's all right. We're going to get through it. We're almost done with the unit. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please, please, please reach out to me and let me know. But yeah, best of luck on your assignment today. Either I'll be posting instructions in classroom, or if we're in the building, then I'll be giving them to you. We'll just play it by ear. Make sure you're taking good notes. Make sure you're coming to school. All that jazz. If you need anything, let me know. Hope you have a great day.